Hey YouTube, this is Austin, and with me today is Sebastian from AustinXU1, and today is Sebastian's Tech Rush, Episode 3.
We're moving along really fast here, Episode 3 already.
Yep, so, we're going to start out by saying happy birthday Notch. His birthday was on the 4th of June.
Happy birthday, Notch.
So, happy birthday Notch, if you ever get to see this video. Alright, so our next topic here is a huge topic in RuneScape. RuneScape got a huge American server crash, or at least extreme lag. Okay, what Jagex said the reason was too many people were logging in each world, and it caused massive lag on the servers, which ultimately led to that. I actually know a lot about computers and servers, and I can understand what they mean, because each server has a limit to it, capacity limit, and if you even get close to that limit, it will show, like, automatically, because the server is going to do everything not to lose all its memory, because if the server crashes, you're going to lose a shitload of memory. So, well, the good news is, there is a fix to it. Jagex is working on it, and in the new Combat Evolution update, there's a 200% FPS improvement. FPS is frames per second, so basically you're saying less lag, so you're gonna get nice, smoother gameplay. That's pretty much it for the big American server crash, guys. So now it's resolved. I guess if it happens again, just don't play on American servers or listen to whatever Jagex has to post. Alright, so the Queen Jubilee event, a Diamond Jubilee event, right now it's at its end, but it was a pretty nice event. I did the clue thing and the actual event. You get a diamond crown, and if you're a member, you get a scepter, a diamond scepter. For the other event, you get a corgi, or corgi, I'm not sure how you say that, which is a little dog that apparently the Queen loves. So, yeah, happy 62, I believe, or 60 years on the throne, Queen Elizabeth II. Alright, so this is another controversial topic. I mean, could have a lag in RuneScape in the sign of the upcoming crash. I personally think so, because RuneScape recently has been experiencing a lot of lag, and that could have been a sign that their server's been on tremendous pressure, and basically was a sign to me that it would eventually go down for a bit. But I mean, hey, I guess in the new update they're gonna really update their servers and get better ones, so that's pretty good. Now Sebastian's gonna talk about some Xbox 360 E3 announcements. And if you guys watched the new E3 on G4, it's pretty epic.
Alright, so earlier this week, you've probably seen E3 and their conferences. If you don't know what E3 is, it's basically a gaming conference, which a lot of gaming consoles and platforms come out there and show new stuff, new things, new games, new technologies, and stuff like that.
It's basically the biggest gaming conference of the year.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk a little about what Xbox had been there for. Basically, the first thing we're gonna talk about is, like you see right here. It's called Xbox SmartGlass. It's basically like Apple's AirPlay thing. Basically, this works with your Windows 7 phone, and you can basically mirror your Windows 7 phone or anything you're playing on it onto your Xbox, which is kind of cool if you actually come and you actually want to do something cool, relax, and you have your media on your phone. So you can just go and try to get you can just send media or directly to your TV and have it just on your TV. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is Internet Explorer is finally ported to Xbox. Now, some people might say that Internet Explorer is not the web browser for them. Either ways, it sucks. Uh, I'm not.
Well, I wouldn't say it sucks. For
I
me,
just
I would say Internet Explorer is just a little slower than Chrome, and Chrome has way more features.
yeah. I would just say that Internet Explorer is just not for me. Um,
Same here. I
yeah.
would go with Chrome any day.
But I mean, having Internet Explorer on the Xbox might change it a lot because I mean, it's an Xbox. What are you gonna do on it? It's a basic web browser. That's all it needs now. So, Microsoft answered questions, and finally put in a web browser onto the Xbox. So I don't know if this is if the web browsers are going to support Flash and Java and stuff like that, but um, we're gonna see when it actually comes out. All right, another game. Well, not a game, but a game technology that's gonna come out onto the Xbox is Nike and Connect Training. So, you know how the iPod, iPhone, and iDevices have Nike Connect and all that? They track your steps, track your um, movements and stuff. Well, you can do the same thing practically with the Xbox now. Except that you need to be in like one position and stuff. So it's really realistic, and all you need is the Nike adapter for a shoe, and then you can play games that are capable of the Nike technology and Connect. Um, Moving on to the next topic, Xbox Music. The Zune is finally dead. Xbox, the Zune store is kind of turning into the Microsoft store now. Microsoft is trying to like push all of its stores, separate stores, into one store, just like Apple did, and I mean Google did with their Google Play. Um, so they came out with the Xbox Music, which is probably going to be incorporated with Microsoft Market or some other thing they're gonna name it. But as you can see, that Xbox Music is also available on Windows 8 too in the future. Well, it will be. That's what they said. And Windows Phone 7. They also improved the Bing Live Bing search, the Xbox Bing search. It now supports voice, and you can navigate the whole entire user interface with just your voice.
That is actually quite amazing for Xbox. That's like really good.
hmm It brings the user friendliness to the max practically.
hmm
Um, Now you can voice command a lot of things. Like for example, you're in a game, and they showed a demo right here. For example, you're playing Madden 13, and you can actually talk through the game. Like you can give voice commands to the game, and then the game will execute those voice commands that you say. So that's actually pretty cool. That brings gaming to a whole nother level. Instead of sitting by the joystick controlling your joystick telling it what to do, you can just say, and Xbox will do it for you in the game. So that's really cool. Xbox Video is getting bigger and bigger. They're getting 35 more content providers for the new update. For example, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN3, a lot of sports network it looks like, but Nickelodeon, Univision, Paramount, Slacker, Machinima, which is a big internet TV thing for games and tech stuff like that. And moving on to the Wii. Wii U is coming out and is soon to be released, and people say that it's really awesome, and people like the new features on the new Wii U system that's been coming out. Alright, so many of you have probably known that WWDC happens every single year for Apple. If some of you don't know what WWDC is, it's basically a trade show for Apple. They release their new products there, like iPhones, iPads, and they just talk about their updates to their tech innovations. So basically, this year there were a lot of predictions and rumors, and I'm just gonna list you some of them. Now these are predictions. These aren't really. I don't know if these are really gonna happen, but
Have not been proved yet.
yeah. So one of them is Mac OS X Mountain Lion is gonna come out. The next release of Mac OS X. Another thing is that iOS 6 is finally gonna come out, but I don't. I think that's a rumor because I mean they're only on iOS 5.1, so how would they jump all the way to 6 like in a split second? They need a couple updates in between that. I mean, of course. But there's gonna be some rumors that Siri is gonna be ported to some devices, which I'm later gonna talk about, and some new features to iOS if it comes out. Rumored features. There's also been a lot of rumors that the Mac Pros are finally going to be updated with the newer generation of Intel Xeon processors and native USB 3.0 support and Thunderbolt support. Basically, that covers MacBook Pros because that's all that's been going on about them. There's going to be no new iPhone, but no one knows about that yet. But basically, I think there's not gonna be a new iPhone. It's just too early for a new iPhone. No new MacBooks or updates to the MacBooks. But there's gonna be a rumor that there's gonna be one slight update that they will get an option for you to buy a MacBook with an HD Retina display. There's gonna be an option though. It's not gonna be like a full update, but an option when you buy a Mac. So let's just talk about Mac OS X Mountain Lion then. Mac OS X Mountain Lion, the beta has been released a couple of months ago, and a lot of people liked it. And it's sure worth a try for you people who have a Mac, and sure just have the time on your hands to try to install another version of Mac. But basically the most important features on it will be the new notification center and a lot of beta updates and a lot of bug fixes. So as you can see here from the Apple page of Mac OS X Mountain Lion, here are some of the features that are in the beta that are definitely going to get improved in the or even talked about in WWDC. Right here you can see that there's a notification center, and the apps are actually really improved. So they also added, they just basically, their motto for Mac OS X Mountain Lion is bringing the iPad features back onto Mac, because the simplicity of an iPad is just so amazing that they just need to put it on a MacBook. Now, some people might not like that, because if you go on your PC, you think that your PC is powerful, not you know, baby-like, and has a lot of features and stuff like that. But Mac is kind of going the other way. They're making it more simple, user-friendly, kind of more primitive, as I can say. But I mean, it's a pretty advanced operating system, and it has. I know where they're going, and I like their idea that they're making it like really simple to use and easy. As you can see here, their new messages feature. You can send messages for free with iPhones and your Mac. As I said, notification center right here. Reminders, popular thing in the iPhone 4S. Notes. The Game Center. The Game Center has finally been ported to the MacBook Pro. Now, some people might say that the Game Center is not really important for the iPad. Well, some people might not even know what the Game Center is. Well, basically, Game Center, you can't play multiplayer on it yet, but I wish Apple would release an update to play actual multiplayer through Wi-Fi or 3G through Game Center. But basically, Game Center is like Facebook, but for games. You post your scores, you post your achievements, and this is basically it. You just show off how good you're at a game.
We all know what you guys mean. We all know that's what you guys want to do.
Yeah. As you can see here, going back to other features, you can see here iCloud's going to be included. It's going to be really simple. There's going to be rumors that everything's going to be synced through your iCloud account. Even all your apps on your Mac are going to get synced through your iCloud account. You have on your computer will be synced over to your new computer. Now, some people might not like that because some people like to start fresh, but I mean, you don't get that feeling of having an
Hello? Sebastian?
You've probably seen the iOS 5 be really integrated around Twitter too. You can share pictures on iOS 5 through Twitter and basically everything. You can do the same thing with Mac OS X Mountain Lion too, with the Share Sheets feature. But basically the best thing that is going to be really practical for everyone to use is the new AirPlay monitoring feature. On Mac OS X Lion, when you watched a video, you needed to press the AirPlay button, and it only streamed that video. But now you can stream your whole entire monitor to your Apple TV, which is really cool. It's like a wireless secondary monitor, and I think it's one answer to Intel's wireless technology that's been going pretty popular with new laptops. As you can see, there's a lot of updates to the new Keynote app and the iMovie app. And basically the most important feature of them all is Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper practically is like an antivirus guard. So viruses are getting more and more popular now on Macs, and remember the long story that Macs don't get viruses? Well, that's not true anymore. Macs are getting hacked even more, and the most popular hack and virus attempt was the Java attempt. Now, Apple released an update, but they released an update way too slow. So basically, half of America's Macs got invaded with this virus for Java, and Mac didn't have an answer for it, or Apple didn't have an answer for it, because they did not have the update ready for customers to download yet. After about 2 days or so, it finally came out, and then it was too late because people were already infected. So Apple's gonna release this thing and try to help keep your Mac even more secure. This is basically like an antivirus for your Mac. You can put passwords on installation, installing apps, installing anything. You can block other installations. You can only install things from the App Store if you want. There's a lot of controls and stuff. And also the last thing is there's a lot of new features added for China, like email addresses, contacts, keyboards, stuff like that. As I said, you can download the developer preview now for Mac OS X Lion, but you will need a Mac developer. You need to be in the Mac developer program, and you need to be a Mac developer to download it. I think there's sure ways to get it for free or somehow, but I don't know. I don't recommend that. I think that it's safer just to go with, if you're a developer, just to go with this download right here. They have the official link on the website. But I mean, if you have your spare time, you can just check it out. Well, now moving on to another topic. Now, iOS 6 is probably rumored to be released during WWDC 2012, but I say, like I said before, I think there's no point, and Apple's not really gonna release it because they're only on version, what, 5.1 now? So basically, if iOS 6 were to be released, here are some of the rumors that were. There wasn't a lot of rumors, so I would say they would, if there was an update to come to iOS, I would say it won't be iOS 6, in my opinion, because there's not a lot of updates. When iOS 5 came out, the whole entire user interface changed. And if they were to add like minor updates, they would sure like add in like 0.1 or 0.2 or something like that. I mean, Apple's kind of careful about their iOS updates because they don't want to add one thing and then call it a whole new OS. So here are some rumored things that are probably going to go into an update, but the rumors are actually pointing that they're gonna go to iOS 6. Well, Siri is gonna be finally ported to the iPad. There's no word on whether it's gonna be ported to the iPad Touch, but I would sure hope it would be ported to the iPad Touch. But I would say that there's no use for it on the iPad Touch because, I mean, for Siri to work, you need an internet connection, and usually when someone has an iPad Touch, they're not really hooked to the internet every single second, unlike the iPhone or the 3G iPad or 4G iPad. So I would definitely say that Siri would be ported to the iPad, but not to the iPad, but not to the iPod yet. Also, I would not be surprised if, as I said in a previous Seb Tech Talk Rush video, episode 1, I believe. I believe that Facebook will definitely be integrated into iOS 6, like Twitter did in iOS 5. Alright, so moving on to a different topic. The iPhone 4 is finally available for a prepaid carrier now. After a long time, it's been available on carriers like Verizon, AT&T, and Sprint, but those were contract carriers.
And they were very pricey.
Yeah, they were very pricey too. You needed to pay around $60 a month or $70 a month. Now they're pricey for some people, but still people bought the iPhone. I mean, that wasn't just the case. So now Virgin Mobile has an answer to that. They announced that they're gonna release the iPhone 4S, and rumoredly, I don't know if rumoredly is a word, but it's been rumored that the iPhone 4 will also be released on their network. As you can see here now, this is the official USA website of Virgin Mobile, and there's a big banner here saying iPhone 4S coming soon. Now, as you can see here, it says that it's going to be available June 29th of 2012, and you can follow them on Facebook and Twitter and to be notified when the phone's going to come out. So as you can see here, the most remarkable thing is the monthly rates. I mean, if you look at this chart right here,
$35 a month.
$30 a month, but you can get $5 off if you sign up for their auto pay feature.
But like I said in past episodes, the negative thing about it is your minutes are limited and your data limit is limited.
That's limited, but it's actually unlimited, but they will actually slow down the speed a lot.
Don't tell me it's unlimited.
They'll slow down the speed a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now of course there are other plans like the $40 a month, 1200 minutes, and the unlimited messaging and data, but it's not really unlimited because you get throttled a lot. After like 2 gigs, you lose speeds. Your speeds drop down to 2G speeds, I think. I'm pretty sure 2G speeds. But there's also a $50 a month plan, which is fully unlimited, but also I think has a bandwidth limit of 2.5 gigabytes. I think that's what a lot of people have been talking about, the bandwidth limits. But as you can see here, is it actually worth it? I mean, if you don't care about the speed, if you don't care about anything, is it actually worth it? Like this chart right here from PC World, Virgin Mobile, see, right here, the phone actually, well, the only bad thing about Virgin Mobile is that the phone itself is 649 bucks. Upright, you gotta pay for the phone. It's not, because you know, it's not a contract phone. When you get the phone, you gotta pay 649 bucks, the full price for an iPhone. Now, that might seem really expensive and might, like, that's like almost your bill right there, but as you can see from this chart, not really. I mean, for 2 years after owning an iPhone on Virgin Mobile, you only spend 1,369 bucks. On AT&T, as a matter of fact, $1,639, and on both Verizon and Sprint, $1,879. That's a lot for. I mean, that's almost $2,000 per year for just your phone, just your phone bill. Now, I mean, this is a really affordable price for those people that are just looking to buy an iPhone, just for the affordability and for just a reasonable price for the plan. But the only bad thing is, I would say about this, that I mean, it's on Sprint. Sprint doesn't really have a really good coverage map, and it's 3G, and probably the iPhone will get released really soon, the iPhone 5. So I would probably hold up on this if I were to buy something like this. But I don't know, it's just your choice, your opinion. But I think it's one of the best cheap plans out there you can get.
Affordable, you mean?
Yeah, affordably. But
Affordable.
affordably, I don't know.
Edit that out.
But I mean, Virgin Mobile is sure growing into a big I mean, carrier now after it's been releasing their 4G phones. I mean, one phone, but there's rumors that it's going to be released another phone. They're going to release another phone. But I mean, I think Virgin Mobile's going like catching up to them. As you can see there, Virgin Mobile posted their own data counter for other carriers. Like for example here, Verizon for the Droid Razr Max, it's almost 2,459 bucks for 2 years. And if you have, yeah, that's a lot. I mean, but basically Virgin Mobile is an affordability carrier. I mean, it's just for those people who don't like to pay a lot, and I mean, it's just simple and pretty good. I mean, I would say. I had never had a Virgin Mobile phone, but I mean, for those people who actually had it, might say some negative and positive things about it. But I mean, every carrier has negative and positive things about it. But I mean, like I said, the most important thing is the affordability on this. So moving on to the next topic. So today, Ubuntu secretly released the new version of their Alpha 1 series, Ubuntu 12.10, Quantal Quasal. That's they named their OS nicknames really weird. It's a successor to Precise Pangolin, as I said, weird name. But it doesn't have long-term support though. Some of you people who are really into Ubuntu know what that means. Basically, that's you get updates for life for free, but this image of Ubuntu doesn't have that. Like, you need to actually, when a new version of Ubuntu comes out, you need to reinstall your whole operating system of Ubuntu. Now, some people might not be Ubuntu or even Linux fans, but I would say it's worth a try to check out some Linux distros because it's a pretty good operating system, I must say. It sure has a future. Ubuntu sure has a future. It's just not popular. So I'm just gonna be going over some new features to 12.10. One new feature is the new Linux kernel 3.4. It's an update from 12.04 Ubuntu. These numbers are getting confusing, but so let's move on to another topic. Now you don't need to download a large DVD file or something. The DVD file was actually shrinkened a lot. It's only 800 megabytes now. Well, not shrinking, but it's pretty much staying the same now, but it's kind of getting more organized, Ubuntu, and with their installation and stuff. There's a new update manager, and GNOME updates are really easy to apply and stuff. They're similar to GNOME, like the new dashboard. Python 3.0 has been released. It's what was incorporated into Ubuntu 12.04. And they deleted the migration assistance thing, which wasn't really useful. I mean, no one really used it. It was just there because it was just there. And they added a new GCC, GNU compiler, which loads basic files for Ubuntu faster, pretty much. So I will be trying to do an update video, and maybe me looking at some new features about Ubuntu. Ubuntu 12.10. I'm probably gonna do a video of me showing off like it on VMware installed. Maybe I'm gonna show you off the new installation process and how fast everything just goes on Ubuntu, because there's sure a lot of rapid bug fixes and new stability, fixes and stuff like that. So this was episode 3 of Seb's Technology Rush, and there are more to come.
Please watch, subscribe, rate, and comment, and thank you guys for watching.
And comment for new topics, anything we should cover, anything we should talk about, and just talk to us about new videos we should do. Alright, so see you guys, and please subscribe.